Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the Over Under on a nice Friday night. I'm your host, Harry the Greek, along with the Sports Web's famous Mr. Peter Blake, or hold on, the Dare to Defy from the CW, Mr. Peter Blake. How are you, Peter?
I'm doing great. CW 44 News at 10.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
You know, they don't have a clue who the CW is up in Chicago. Actually, they have a CW up in Chicago, but it's not the 44.
We call it CBS. That's who I work for.
Okay, so sorry. Hatita.
You're gonna like that, don't you?
No,
you like that?
I do like that.
That's great. Oh man, I'm
What'd
doing
you have for
great.
dinner tonight?
Well, we had some great. Your cat nearly knocked the light. I'm sorry, nearly knocked it down again.
I have no idea. Want to give a special thanks to Fat Mike from 1252 for allowing this crazy show to be on this platform tonight. We're going to have Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy on live with us this evening. Possibly another Prison Break hot take. We're going to give you out my hottest bets. Tell you what, I have been on fire.
You have been on fire, and we got to be off. We got to be off by 10 o'clock because
we don't have to tell the public why.
Well, we do because
in
officially I'm
minutes.
making a TV appearance on the CW 44.
I know.
I'm excited about it. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I can't hide it.
Hi, Rick.
Because he's going to pass me by, right?
He's going to pass somebody.
Yeah, he's going to pass something. Gas.
Hey, let's talk about last Friday.
Yes, let's do that. How did you do last Friday?
3-0.
Awesome. And you
3-0.
picked underdogs, didn't you?
They're all underdogs, Peter.
You picked Oakland?
Literally. I took Oakland on the road at Seattle.
I'm going to pat yourself on the back because you're going to do it for
I took the White Sox on the road who won 1-0 in Anaheim.
By the way, winning 2-0.
And by the way, the Dodgers, I laid the 1.5, which also made them a positive. By the way, I still don't mind answering a lot of direct messages either on Twitter. Thank you for all the people that have given me all the love and support through Facebook when you're direct messaging me. I hope you are playing along. And you know what? I don't think we're going to have to wait much longer.
We're not going to have to wait much longer because this is the segment that everybody tunes in for.
Yeah, I can't
Hello, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at a Florida Department of Corrections institution. To accept this call, press 0. Your current balance is $3.87.
You could buy a double cheeseburger with that.
I don't think so.
Facility
A couple double cheeseburgers at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Welcome to the Over Under. I'm your host, Harry the Greek. Thank you so much for calling in on another edition of Prison Break Hot Takes. What's your name? Where are you calling from, sir?
Yeah, how's it going? My name is Mikey Carlott. I'm calling from Gulf Correctional Institution in Florida Department of Correction.
What's up? What's up, brother?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Otherwise known as Mr. Hang on, man. I want to call you by your name.
Wait a minute.
It's Mr. Ambition.
I knew that was Ambition. You got to go by your name here, okay? You can't be tricking me with all these funny names and stuff. I've been going through this all week long with a new job, trying to figure out everything.
Ambition.
This is Ambition. Come on.
Ambition. Hold on.
Yes,
You're on the phone right now with Mr. Royalty himself. He works for CBS Viacom.
That's right.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to congratulate you on that, man.
Thank
Big
you.
round of applause.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't want your clap. Keep your clap to yourself.
You can't say that to people in prison either, buddy.
You shut up and be
clap.
quiet.
How's it going, guys? Big shout out to the fan base, man. Thank you for everybody for tuning in.
Thank you so much. Hey, listen, before we go any further, I just wanted to tell everybody, hey, when you get a question or a comment, thank you for tuning in. We just got on tonight. We didn't expect the Prison Break hot takes this early, but you know what? We always love it. We'll always accept the phone calls. Don't forget to share the show, hit the like button, and put this on someone else's timeline. Tell somebody about the over-under. Harry the Greek, Peter Blake, Mr. Ambition himself, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, and of course, Fat Mike, Fred Hubner, and 1252 Sports.
Love them. Love that Chicago sports.
Absolutely.
I mean, I do. I've grown up on Chicago sports. Whether I'm not a Tampa Bay fan, when I was a Tampa Bay fan, I was still watching Chicago sports. I always tell this story. There was no baseball team down here, and it was either TBS with the Atlanta Braves or your favorite team, Mr. Harry the Greek, the Chicago Cubs, and WGN with Harry Carey and Steve
Cubs.
Stone. And Dwayne Stats, too, by the way, who is the commentator for the Tampa Bay Ray.
Listen, everybody out there has
Just
$1 million
saying.
question. Last week, I gave out 3 picks on a Friday evening. They were all late picks. Please tell me you won a couple of honey buns and a couple of ramen soups off of my picks.
Talk to me about the picks. Who did you pick last week?
Oh my God, you don't even. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. That was RJ that took my picks last week. He bet 2 honey buns and a couple of soups.
Honey buns are
won.
good.
Who did he pick? I took all 3 underdogs. I took the Dodgers minus a 1.5. I had the White Sox who won 1-0 on the road at Anaheim, and I took the hapless Oakland A's to beat the Seattle Mariners in Seattle. All 3 came in, and as I always say, keep your bets low and your returns high. He invested.
Your returns high.
Hey, buddy, let me tell you something. He got himself a couple of honey buns and a soup.
How much? Well, honey buns, not honey bones, but honey buns. Very nice. And how much did you win off of that bet?
It's
nothing. Last Friday we were in the cell, man. You know, these guards, they just kept us in all night. Doing this job.
They're not even letting y'all play cards or anything?
Nah, man. Some nights you just keep us in the cell all night.
Man, sorry to hear that. So what do you think about the sports landscape right now? I don't know if we talked to you about this, but Golden State, the NBA champion, you have the Colorado Avalanche, who are now the Stanley Cup champions, which is still hard for me to say. Yeah, boo, exactly. And then on top of it, the Deshaun Watson situation, which seems like it's completely out of control. And the Browns do Brown things this week as they trade Baker Mayfield for a box of balls.
But you don't understand. Before I even got onto the show, I went into the bathroom and took the Browns to the Super Bowl.
I bet you did.
I sure did.
I bet you did. And I tell you right now,
that team is a dumpster fire. But you know what that's telling me? And you know what? I want to hear Ambition's take on this.
Yes.
What does the NFL know or the Cleveland Browns know that we don't know? And let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Watson should be where Ambition is. Nothing personal.
I agree.
Okay. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
Okay. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. But 26 of them already settled with 21, or 24 of them settled with 21.
Well, 20. They settled with 20, and there's 24.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So they're stuck with Jacoby Brissett, who is not a bad backup quarterback, but he's not Baker Mayfield. So you get rid of your quarterback. Is that telling me that the NFL is not going to suspend Deshaun Watson?
No, I think
Are you kidding me?
I think you're looking too much into it, because the NFL is absolutely going to suspend Deshaun Watson, probably for longer than a year. And I'll tell you why it could be longer for a year. It's what the Browns pulled in the offseason when they traded for him, only guaranteeing him $1 million this year. They knew what's going to happen. The NFL needs to take a stand and make an example out of him. We talked about this last week, and also Daniel Snyder, the owner of the Commanders, Washington Commanders.
Talking about Commanders, Ambition,
yes.
we want to know, Commando or Boxers?
Jeez. God, just don't even answer that question at this point.
We won't tell nobody.
Look, Baker Mayfield going to the Carolina.
But I've always asked people, boxers or briefs? I always say depends.
You know, and I would say this to you, and it would be really, really
boxers
polite
or
about
briefs,
this.
man?
Would you shut up and be quiet? Let Ambition talk.
But hold on, but I always ask, boxers or briefs? And I always say, it depends.
Oh, geez. You know, I really need to stop doing this show with you at this point. With that being said, Ambition, I mean, former #1 overall pick, they're paying $10.5 million. That would be the Browns. Going back to what Harry said, I mean, is this really a smart move, in your opinion, with going with Jacoby Brissett or whoever else they have? I believe it's Josh Dobbs. Because Deshaun Watson's not playing this year.
I want to know, does the guy get suspended?
I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't see Deshaun playing at all. He might not get suspended more than a year. I think they're just going to stick with the year. Jacoby's just to get through. No disrespect to Jacoby. Great baller, you know what I'm saying? Great quarterback. But at this point, you know, at this point in the league, there's a lot of teams that's going all out. You know what I'm saying? You got Denver, you got LA, you got the Rams. At this point, everybody in the league is trying to win a championship, and I know that's been the Browns' take since they went back when they originally got Odell, when they got Baker, when they got Landry. You know, they're trying to win a Super Bowl, but with everything that's going on, especially now trading away Baker, all I think they're just trying to get through the year with Jacoby, see how it goes, give Deshaun his chance next year. But I don't see it being long term, anyways.
Now you look at the complexion of the NFC South right now. You still have Tom Brady, who's most likely the best quarterback in that division. You have former #1 overall pick in Jameis Winston, former #1 overall pick in Baker Mayfield, and you have second overall pick in Marcus Mariota. So besides Brady being the #1, does Mayfield, in your opinion, improve the Carolina Panthers, or is it going to be what they were last year with another, I believe his third overall pick in the draft, in Sam Darnold?
You know what? Before you answer that question, why are we already completely dismissing not Aaron Donald? What's the quarterback's name?
Well, it's not. It's Baker Mayfield.
Sam Darnold. Why are we already?
Because I've seen what I've got. I've seen
he was
all I need to see.
4-0 to start the season before he got hurt.
He is absolute hot trash. Okay, you don't trade for Baker Mayfield if you love Sam Darnold as a quarterback.
Sam Darnold, my Ndamukong Suh?
Yeah, I guess we could say that.
Okay.
I guess, but here's the difference. Sue actually produces on the field. This guy has been hyped up ever since he's been drafted out of USC. By the way, USC hasn't produced a quarterback in, I don't know, 10, 15 years? I mean, honestly, seriously, Carson Palmer was the last one, and he wasn't even that great until he went to, with your favorite coach, BA, and the Arizona Cardinals. With that being said,
he sucks balls.
Baker Mayfield at this point, definitely it's a do or die season for him. It's a make or break. Do you think he improves the Carolina Panthers, and could they be the sneaky, second team in that division, or is it Bucks and Saints in your opinion, Ambition?
Yeah, in my opinion, he does improve the Carolina Panthers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go quick over and under. I say they win at least roughly 7 games, but that's about it. I'm going with the Saints. I'm going with the Saints to be that second team in that division.
So you like the Bucks, the Taints, and then the Saints. Sorry, Saints.
You really are on one tonight.
I didn't mean to say that one. Seriously, the Bucks, Saints, and then it's a battle between Atlanta and Carolina. It's probably Carolina.
Look,
right?
The Falcons. You got Marcus Mariota at quarterback. You don't got a quarterback. I'm so sick of this whole talking point. Well, Mariota, he didn't get a chance and all this other. Tennessee put all kinds of weapons around him. All kinds of weapons around him.
Let me tell you something.
And I'll tell you what, this is a sore. The Atlanta Falcons are probably one of the worst teams in the National Football League besides, I hate to say this, man, because we're on the Chicago platform, the Chicago Bears. I'm sorry. They have not done anything for that quarterback.
There he goes. I think he was that Peter talking just now? Because now you hear him, now you don't.
Somebody's got to convince me what the Bears are doing. I get it. You're freeing up cap. Doing? You're going to get your quarterback killed.
Yeah, they're going to get. We're going to talk about something else. So, do you think they're going to be better with Carolina or no?
Yeah, they're going to be. Carolina's definitely going to be better.
Okay,
good deal. We're going to go ahead and get to some comments, but first, I have to go ahead and give some picks. We were 3-0 last Friday evening, and tonight I've got a nice home.
I'll give you a sound effect. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was a good sound effect.
Thank you.
Will you shut up for a second?
Shut up.
The Philadelphia Phillies, Zach Wheeler against Adam Wainwright. The Cardinals are underdogs at home. I understand Philadelphia's playing really good baseball. You have to play the Cardinals.
Wainwright is still pitching, by the way. How old is he?
He's older than you. But anyway, look, you got to play.
That's a good thing.
Okay. And I like the over 7 runs in this game.
Okay.
So this is a 2-team parlay. St. Louis in the over 7.
Over 7.
Colorado at Arizona, pass. San Francisco Giants at the San Diego Padres. You know what?
What do you
pass.
like?
Pass? Chicago Cubs at the Dodgers.
What do you got?
It's easy. Listen, it's really easy.
How easy is it
to take the Dodgers at home?
Mm-hmm.
But who the hell wants to lay 2-1 on their money? Nobody. Because the Greek doesn't do that. You play the Cubs on the road. That's why you keep your little bets low and your returns are high. So you take the Cubs. You're going to make a 3-team parlay tonight. You're going to take you're going to take the Cardinals in the over, and you're going to take the Cubbies on the road.
Jules tonight, my friend.
Simple.
Jules.
It's just small investment.
Love it.
Big returns.
Good stuff.
Love to hear a question or comment for either myself, Peter Blake, and or Mr. Ambition. And we'll go ahead and read it live on the air. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and start going through some of them. Roger Shue says first, like always.
I like it, Roger. Thanks a lot.
Roger Shue says, WTOG, CW44. Oh, wow. We have a special guest already coming back in here, and he's waving.
Well, he's waving
He's waving.
Well, let's read the comments first. Let's not neglect them.
I'm not. Roger Shue says, play to funk.
No.
4'6".
No.
Oh, my God.
No, don't start that.
Roger Shue says, we doing a WTOG watch along for Peter? Yep. Roger Shue says, Mr. Big put Bandit's ass in his face.
Would you shut up and be quiet, Roger? I'm going to ban you.
Fat Mike says snails. Roger Shue says, so proud of you, Peter.
Appreciate you too, man.
There's nothing like a little Greek and a little Pete.
I'll tell you right now. Let me
Pete?
tell you a story about Roger Shue, because
tell me a story about Roger Shue.
Great friend for so many years. I've known the guy for at least 15 to 20 years. He's seen me start out doing radio at 9 at 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. He's always been supportive of me, supportive of all the shows, supportive of us, and with 1252. Love you, brother. And, friends like you and all the people, Travis Faley and Ray Kennedy and people that just are, TJ Reeves, Jason Powers, all these people that have been my mother, everybody's been a part of it. It feels good. Even Fat Mike with giving us the opportunity to do this show on Friday night. I love it.
Yeah, that's really cool. Anyway.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. You're appreciated. I'm trying to get a little bit of, what?
Oh.
What?
Oh.
We're gonna. Don't hug.
I wish Ambition could see us. Ambition, I think he needs a hug. What do you think? You got a certain dorm you want to put?
Somebody said Vin Diesel. Yeah, that was Fat Mike. Don't start, Mike.
Hey, seriously, man. You got a special dorm for my boy over here. Hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and
shut up and be quiet.
I am going to bring somebody on Ambition. I want you to talk to him. He's clear out of northern New Jersey. He's a great kid. He's been accepted to the University of Syracuse for journalism.
That's where you go when you want to be a journalist.
Could not be more proud of him.
Yeah.
This man will forget more about sports than I'll probably learn. He's leading the next generation of football fans. Mike, fellow countryman.
Yes.
Mr. Jacob Charnow. Jacob, how are you, sir?
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing really well here. I was just watching the Yankee game up, I think 9-5 right now. It's a nice, comfortable lead for the Yanks. I like to see it.
Guys, are the Yankees? No. Let me ask you this.
Hold on. I want to introduce him to somebody.
Well, go ahead. Go for it.
We're doing a question. We have a Prison Break hot take, and on the phone we have a gentleman by the name of Mikey. He's known as Ambition. He's locked up and incarcerated in the Florida Department of Corrections. Jacob, meet Ambition. Ambition, this is Mr. Jacob. Got a question for him, Jacob?
Ooh. Do I have a question for him? All right. Yeah. I don't know how much you guys have talked. I mean, you've only been on the air for 7 minutes now. I don't know how much you've talked about Baker Mayfield, but I am quite curious about what Ambition thinks Baker Mayfield is going to bring to the Carolina Panthers, because I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as much as people think it's going to be.
I kind of have to agree with you. What do you think, Ambition?
Again, like I said earlier, you quote me on it, man. At least 7 games. You're saying at least 7 games. I know it sounds out of this world, but I like him to win at least 7 games, man. He's gonna bring something. It's not gonna be much at the end of the day. I don't see a playoff run, but I see him winning at least 7 games.
So 7-10, which is weird to say. They play 17. Yeah, they play 17 games. So 7-10.
I'm kind of also curious, since we're actually talking about possible wins and losses for the Carolina Panthers. Since we're on the subject, and there's a certain individual that really loves New York sports, in particular the Jets. How many games do you think the Jets are going to win this year with that draft that they had? Did you like what they did?
7 Jets. I didn't like it at all, to be honest.
Wow.
What? Really?
Ambition, I got to disagree with you, and I never usually do this,
really.
But they really knocked it out of the park.
He'll shank your ass. Don't disagree with my
boy. You shut up and be quiet. Oh, it's starting trouble over there. Go ahead, Ambition.
No, I was just gonna say, talk to me.
Well, you've got Sauce. They drafted the wide receiver out of Ohio State, Garrett Wilson, and they also got the kid from Florida State, who I felt like is a steal. That guy had a constant motor at Florida State. There's no way in the world he should have been there at 25. No way. The Jets absolutely knocked it out of the park. And then they also got a running back. Did they not, Jacob Charnow?
Yeah, they did. They got Breece Hall, the running back out of Iowa State, who is the clear-cut RB1 in this class, in my opinion. You watch him play versus all the other tapes, he really explodes. He kind of does everything in college that you want to see that would translate directly to the NFL. He finds holes. He's breaking tackles. He's doing all that. On top of that, you look at the free agency they had and guys who are coming back. You have Carl Lawson, who tore his Achilles last year. Before the season started, he could have a huge year. Pair him with the signing of a DJ Reed, who was, I think, number 1 or 2 in man coverage last year for the Seattle Seahawks. To pair him with Sauce in that secondary, and that's a much improved the Jets corner group as compared to last year. And then you just get Zach Wilson in another year of this offense, get him more weapons. Like you said, Peter, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Elijah Moore heading into another year. And you keep that connection with those guys like Corey Davis, who will be if he's your wide receiver 3, that's a damn good wide receiver 3 to have. The main holes I'll give you is, obviously this Jets team isn't perfect, right? Holes at safety, holes at linebacker are 2 big ones that I see. besides a CJ Mosley, they don't really have a ton of depth there. And then at safety, you do have LaMarcus Joyner returning. But other than that, not a ton to be excited about in that safety group. So,
well, I will disagree with you on that. And the cat would try to block what I'm saying at this point, but that cat will not stop me from what I'm about to say. Jordan Whitehead from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think, was definitely.
This is for you, Roger.
No, don't do that. Stop it.
Put the cat down.
Okay, put the cat down. Okay.
It was for Roger.
So Jordan Whitehead, to me, will knock your lights out. Now, he definitely needs to get better with coverage. He can make some plays. So I definitely think that's an upgrade, but I absolutely agree with you. The Jets are an upcoming team. Are they a playoff team? It's going to be tough in that division.
Nothing is going to surprise me. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now that it would not surprise me because there's always 2 or 3 teams that come from the bottom. And I'm not trying to tell you they're the next Cincinnati Bengals, but why not? No, really. Hold on for a minute.
Here's why, Harry.
Why not? Why can't they be?
Well, Harry, because he has to have that development like Joe Burrow, and we haven't seen that with Zach Wilson.
Forget that. Joe Burrow's in an offense where he would need to do more. Zach Wilson's really in an offense. He's in that West Coast Shanahan level offense where it's a very easy offense for the quarterback, right? He's not going to need to do too much, which is why Zach Wilson can play very average and the Jets could still win football games. That's the reality. But the main reason why is the AFC is a lot more competitive this year than they were last year.
Okay, I can agree with that. So I do have the $1 million question. That's enough on the Jets. Ambition, who wins more games and who owns New York? The Jets or the Giants?
Oh, come on.
God.
Ooh, boom, 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 boom. I'm going with the Giants.
I would figure that.
Well,
I think he's from Brooklyn.
I don't know why you would take the Giants.
Hold on. Are you from Brooklyn?
I'm definitely not from Brooklyn. I'm from Harlem.
Oh,
okay,
Harlem.
Okay. All right.
Harlem.
Well, first and foremost, I would probably go with Zach Wilson over Daniel Jones, although
all day.
The owner has talked about how they haven't done him many favors. So is that offensive line improved? We'll see. Can Saquon Barkley stay healthy? Is he going to even be on the team at that point? They've got some good wide receivers. Yeah, that's the big time question. Daniel Jones, you know who owns New York?
No.
The Buffalo Bills. That's who owns New York.
Oh, stop.
Okay? Because they got a young quarterback. They got all those weapons there, and then they improved on defense with Von Miller. Are you serious?
Repeat after me, gentlemen. Hold on. Everybody repeat after me.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills.
Again, come on. Repeat after me. Jacob.
I'll say it. Harry, whatever you're going to say.
They will not make the playoffs this year.
You're crazy.
Would you like to take a wager on that?
You are I will take your wager. Whoa. I will take your wager.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me go full screen here real quick.
Please.
Just take a look where it says the
go.
Greek and
that was
a
the
little
most ludicrous thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
And it says 98 and 52. Okay, give the man a little bit of respect. I'm telling you now. I know a little something.
I respect you, but I'm telling you right now, the Buffalo Bills will
not make the playoffs next year.
The Buffalo Bills now full screen me because now full screen me, Harry, because this is going to be where I come in when I say that the Buffalo Bills are winning the Super Bowl this year.
Oh,
Allen winning MVP.
Wow.
We've never been so opposite on a topic, Harry.
I know, I love it.
On a point of view there. The Bills are not only going to... The Bills
the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they're going to...
Without Brian Dable.
Without Brian Dable.
They picked up who? Come on, give it to me, please. I'm
Von
dying
Miller.
to hear this.
Von Miller. And Kyrie Elam. Kyrie Elam will be a candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year in year 1. The corner out of Florida. Pair him with Trey White. Absolute lockdown CB2. Come on now.
Here, would you like to hear another projection?
Go ahead.
Stephon Diggs might lead the league in receiving yards this year.
Would you like to hear another projection?
Sure.
I'm sorry, a projection. Jesus.
Do it.
You really want to hear another pick?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Be ready.
He throws almost as many interceptions as he does touchdowns this year.
What is this?
Wow.
Year 1?
I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the biggest collapses you have ever seen in football.
I don't think so. I think, listen.
Timestamp this, play the under on the total wins that they have, and just timestamp this.
You want a team that's not going to make the playoffs that nobody's really talking about. And this is my pick. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on it still. No, but I think the Chiefs might not make the playoffs this year.
You know what? And you're another person that says that. What do you think, Ambition? Chiefs, yes or no?
I'm not going with them. Nope.
And I'll tell you why the Chiefs may not make the playoffs, because the division they have to play in at that point. Exactly. You lose a Tyreek Hill.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, somebody just walked in. So there you go. I lost my train of thought there.
Very important person.
Yeah, but you have the division as a whole, the Denver Broncos, the Los Angeles Chargers. Come on. The Raiders at this point, all improved teams. And Kansas City, to me, took a step back. You know, Denver has Russell Wilson. You talk about Devontae Adams going the Raiders. The Chargers get Khalil Mack defensively, J.C. Jackson. What did Kansas City do this year that was impressive besides lose Tyreek Hill and replace him with what? With what? What did they replace him with?
You add one of the least ready corners in the draft in Trent McDuffie, and you trade up for him, which was weird. But I like Trent McDuffie. I don't think that he's ready to take that role in that Chiefs defense that they want him to. I like George Karlaftis, the Purdue kid. Do I think he's ready right now? No. This team, right? Who did they add? They added Juju Smith-Schuster.
Right.
He could have a decent year. But
he's too busy making TikToks. All right. He's too busy with that.
Who I really, really do like is Sky Moore. I really like Sky Moore. Where did he go to school? He went to some random school. But Sky Moore, he's smaller. But Mahomes already looks like he likes him in training camp. He's going to be the wide receiver 1 by week 5 on this team. But if you're a fantasy player, go after Travis Kelce because goddamn, he's going to get a lot of targets. That's going to be he's going to be the only guy he's throwing to most of the game.
Look, that's my biggest question about it. You know, Patrick Mahomes, not only playing in a tough division, but playing in a loaded AFC in general with the team.
I still think they're the team to beat. I don't know why. I don't understand this.
It's the Buffalo Bills. It's the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm sorry. They have absolutely surpassed the Kansas City Chiefs.
Cincinnati's another team that's, in my opinion, just won't make the playoffs.
I think I can name 8 teams that are better than the Chiefs right now, I think. I think off the top of my head.
All right, so yeah, I don't see him making the playoffs, man. If Derek Carr can actually, you know what I'm saying, have a season how he had last year, a lot of people are in trouble. And watch out for the Chargers, man. Definitely watch out for the Chargers.
Absolutely. The Bills, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Broncos, the Ravens are better than the Chiefs, I think, right now. And that's
maybe. We'll see. I would say maybe on that.
So you named 4 of them because Buffalo's not better.
That's 5. So and then I'll go with I'll go with the Bengals.
Okay.
I'll go with the Titans.
Okay.
And I think the Colts might be better than them right now.
And I'll tell you right now, the Colts with Matt Ryan, that could be the dark horse at this point, guys. And we're on the over-under right now, getting situated as the best of the Bay. Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy joins us. It's like reunited, and it feels so good. The old gang is back together again. I love it on a Friday night.
You have 1 minute.
Oh,
remaining.
No. Oh, my God. We only have 1 minute remaining. Ray Kennedy, I want you to talk to Ambition. You got 1 minute. Ask him a quick question.
What's the most exciting storyline for the upcoming NFL season? Doesn't have to be your favorite team, but anything that really sticks out to you that you're looking forward to as we get into the 2022 season.
The Raiders, man. I really feel like this is their year.
Dude, the Raiders are good.
Yes.
I'll tell you right now, the moves they made in the offseason, not only offensively, but defensively, Max Crosby could be one of the best edge rushers in the National Football League. And you add him on that other side with the Chandler Jones, oh boy, those 2 bookends, if they can stay healthy, you know, they're right up there with Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. Once again, if they can stay healthy.
And Devontae and Carr, you want to see this back.
It's going to disconnect us from him, but you're going to be more than welcome to come on next week. We'll make sure we get a little more funds on this. It's always a pleasure. Be blessed, my little brother. I'm glad you were able to call. You are going to be more than welcome to be part of this gang. Keep your head up. Keep looking forward.
Thank you for using Global Telink.
Well, that's it. He did a great job, though.
The Raiders could easily the Raiders were a playoff team last year without Devontae Adams, right? Like they made the playoffs last year,
right? With all the trials and tribulations.
Now you add arguably the most talented receiver in the NFL right now, right? I know Kupp had that legendary season, but I think Devontae is the most talented receiver in the NFL right now. You add a ton of defensive weapons. You got a new coach that isn't John Gruden, and Rich Bisaccia was a great interim coach for this team last year. Don't get me wrong, but you add a guy who has the experience that Josh McDaniels does on a team like the Raiders, who have had their off the field issues for the last couple of years, or not for the last couple of years, forever, right? Like it's a recipe for success. You give Derek Carr all the weapons he needs. I think Derek Carr's a great quarterback.
And roll in Josh Jacobs. I mean, one of my favorite stand-up running backs.
I think, ready for this, Ray? I'll say this. I think Kenyon Drake might have more rushing yards than Josh Jacobs does this year.
Really?
Josh Jacobs cannot stay on the field, man. It is a problem. Every week I have him. If you are even somewhat of a fantasy player, you watch him, you're like, oh my, you have him on your team. He's questionable. He's doubtful. He's out every single week, man. It's crazy.
It's like having Saquon Barkley. And it goes back to what, guys, when we always talk about running backs, you don't necessarily have to draft one in the first round. Look, I subscribe to the theory. If you want a guy, say like a Dalvin Cook, you draft him, but he's been also off injured. Jacobs was a first-round pick, I believe, and then you also have Saquon Barkley. Barkley and Jacobs, a lot of similarities there.
Well, look at Devontae's going to open up the field for him, and don't forget, Jacobs has got pretty good hands out of the backfield. So if Carr can really start hitting him on them short passes, he may have a lot of yak, and that may also keep him off the injury list because he's not pounding a rock up the 1 and 2 all the time.
You know what? That actually sounded.
See, now
weird,
that's
man.
what you see. You
pounding up the 1 and 2. I was going to take it there.
I'm glad Ambition wasn't on the phone to hear this.
Oh God,
we're going to get back to the comments really quick.
Let's do that, please.
Alex Nunster says, "What's up, guys?" Alex, thank you so much for tuning in. Alex, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry for your loss. My deepest condolences, bud. Christopher Cole says, "Hey guys, what's up?" Roger Shue, never ask a man how much he won. You're absolutely correct.
Why? Why can't we not ask that question? I want to know. Come on, floss. Let's go. How much did you win off of that bet? You went 3-0 last week. How much you win? Come on, spill it. Spill the tea.
Well, see, it feels like you're going to get the boots put on you if you do that. I mean, if you
the
go
boots
around,
from where? You?
Well, no, but if you go
you
around,
in what army?
It was about in gamblers' terms, it was about a dime.
Okay. All right. Good. I like it.
The Browns are always going to Brown. I'll say this. I like this story because I think it's the most Browns thing ever. And we were like, oh my God, the Browns are getting good. And then this is the long-term Browns game now, right? You finally draft the quarterback that takes your team to the playoffs. Right after all this time, he wins a playoff game against a division rival.
Playoffs? Did you say playoffs?
And then you run him out of town for a quarterback with 26 sexual assault allegations
or more.
That's going to be suspended for at least a season.
I mean, and I keep on telling people this, and they keep on going, well, you know, the Texans kind of set him up. No, the Texans actually, according to various reports,
they were covering for him.
They were providing the NDAs, the non-disclosure agreements.
And you talk about a dysfunctional team. I mean, Baker Mayfield, in just his 4 years, he's number 4 all time in Cleveland Brown history behind Brian Sipe, Otto Graham, Bernie Kosar, and now the quarterback that they're paying $10 million and giving and getting a 5th round pick back for
a box of balls. Yeah, a 5th round pick. I mean, that's what you get for a number 1 overall pick. You want to go.
You want to know if I'm Andrew Berry right now, you know who I'm looking at. You know what I'm going to do at quarterback. I'm not going to the season with Jacoby Brissett if Watson's suspended here, because in that situation you're throwing the season with a ton of guys who are in their prime right now, and you don't know what's going to be the situation next year. You have a great running back. You have a great running back duo with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. You have Amari Cooper, who is still a very, very serviceable receiver, right? Who do you bring in? If I'm the Browns, I'm calling up the 49ers and I'm trading for Jimmy Garoppolo for a year.
Amen.
I think that's I think that's the.
What about Josh Rosen?
What about Josh Rosen?
Yeah,
He's still out there.
He is still out there. You know why?
Kyle Trask. How about Kyle Trask? See what you can get from Kyle Trask right now.
Oh,
well, Kyle Trask is not on the trading block. He's the future. Whenever Tom Brady decides to retire,
we're going to go back to the.
But going back to Jimmy Garoppolo, guys, why has he not been traded yet? And I'll tell you why. Because there is a disbelief there in that organization that there with Trey Lance, and if they did believe in him, they would have already had him traded. And that's why I told you, because I'm going to pat myself on the back. About a year ago, the 49ers should have drafted who from Alabama?
Oh, stop. You still owe me a steak dinner.
And you owe me a steak dinner for Chris Godwin. Let's go.
Return of the Mac. Come on. I don't think that they should have drafted Mac. I think that they didn't need a quarterback last year.
Questions or comments? Don't forget to give us a phone call. The open phone line, 727-320-5866. That's 727-320-5866. 5866, you have a question for the Greek, a little Pete, Ray Kennedy, or even
I
Mr.
got you,
Jacob.
little Pete, right
well,
here.
It is what it is, okay?
No, it's not is what it is. You still owe me a steak dinner for Chris Godwin. Let's put that out there. And it is Return of the Mac. And if Mac Jones was playing for the 49ers, because everybody, these scouts, they overanalyze, right? You overanalyze it because you want a mobile quarterback. You want a Lamar Jackson. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, prototypical passers, quarterbacks that can play in the pocket are still winning Super Bowls. Yep. Hello, Tom Brady. So you wanted to go after Trey Lance and then him not starting any games last year, and supposedly you're going to trade Jimmy Garoppolo and haven't done it yet, tells me everything I need to know about Mr. Lance.
Couldn't it possibly be, and you know what, I'm going to ask this question to Ray. Couldn't that possibly be they just haven't had enough of an offer for Jimmy Garoppolo? Ray, no. I'll let you take it.
Well, obviously they're waiting because he had the shoulder surgery. He did it late. They're thinking they're going to wait till the preseason. And then again, if a quarterback gets hurt or injured and that shoulder does show up good, the value goes up. But at the same time, everyone and their mom knows that the 49ers are looking to get rid of him.
Exactly.
So you got the Baker Mayfield effect. Only the 49ers aren't worried about Garoppolo going into West because the West is lined up. Well, actually, the Seahawks could use a quarterback.
How about you, Jacob? What do you think of that analogy?
I'll say what they're waiting on is the Deshaun Watson trial to be to see what that suspension is going to look like.
Ooh, because, that's a good idea.
I think if that suspension is for a year, that trade's done the next day.
But do they even have any more draft picks to get rid of?
Yeah, you can always get rid of something.
But it just feels like the Browns go deeper down that rabbit hole.
No, the Browns are not going to be. I don't think the Browns are going to be able to trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. Although, I mean, again, the leverage, how much leverage do you have there? I still believe that the 49ers want to keep hold of him because they have their doubts about Trey Lance.
I think they have their doubts about Trey Lance, and I think I have my doubts about Trey Lance, as does everybody. But I don't
understand the infatuation. Besides the fact, he's kind of the end thing. Colin Cowherd said this. Love Colin Cowherd, but he's like, it's kind of like having, this older phone.
Colin Cowherd and his weird analogies.
Right.
Whoever listens to Colin Cowherd.
Well, I do.
I like Colin. I do. Stop it.
But at the end of the day, a prototypical quarterback that can throw from the pocket, a pocket passing quarterback like Mac Jones can still win in this league. He did it last year with the New England Patriots. Could he have done it?
Okay, and how did he do in the second half of the year?
Okay, and who did he get beat by the way?
Hold on. I'm asking you, forget about the Tampa Bay beat. It's irrelevant. His gameplay really reduced significantly. Listen, I am not a Mac Jones hater.
Okay.
He's just an average quarterback. And you want to know something?
He may be.
He's not even better than Josh Rosen. Okay, and let me go ahead. Let me explain this to you. It depends on the system that you're put into. If Josh Rosen, and I hate to keep bringing up his name, would have had the opportunity that Mac Jones had working under that management, that offensive line, and that particular organization, Peter Blake, Mr. Ray Kennedy could line up under center and just have a successful career there.
I got an arm.
Okay.
Well, he does have an arm.
That is how good.
Definitely Ray has an arm, but
listen,
here's the point.
90% of the quarterbacks play is successful by what particular system that they're in. Jacob, your opinion.
Yeah, no, obviously it's all about scheme. I think scheme over talent. I mean, you look at a lot of quarterbacks that have had success in that easy system over the years, right? Like I understand. Okay. Let me throw a hypothetical back at you. Super Bowl, Niners, Chiefs. Jimmy Garoppolo completes that pass to Emmanuel Sanders. What's the narrative today about Jimmy Garoppolo?
Ray, I'll let you take that.
He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Super Bowl winning quarterback, lost last year, beat Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs last year. Come on.
Well, you're exactly right about that. And you beat Aaron Rodgers because Rodgers doesn't have his best game. You also have defense and special teams because defense can travel. And also you have that running game. But back to the point with Mr. Jones there in New England. Yes, you're exactly right. The second half of the year, that happens. You hit that rookie wall, if you will. Defensive coordinators start to pick up on your tendencies. I feel like he's a lot more productive at this point than Trey Lance. That's not to say that Lance is not going to be a better quarterback than him, but for the situation that the 49ers are in, you know that you can win with a Jimmy Garoppolo. Why can't you win with the Mac Jones? Well, what you do, which is run the ball and play defense.
But we got
so they are a better team, but the problem, the point is they are a better team with Mac Jones, in my opinion, than with Trey Lance. And that has been substantiated because Trey Lance didn't start a game last year.
Let me ask you a question. Is he better than Davis Mills? Let's compare the numbers. Is he better than Davis Mills?
Mac Jones?
Yeah.
I think he is, yes.
He's not.
Okay.
According to stats. Is he better than Justin Fields? And Mac Jones had a better statistical year than Justin Fields did. Is he better than Justin Fields?
Yeah.
Right now he is, yes.
He is.
It's a system.
He is.
Well, it's also with
I don't think Justin Fields. I don't think, and I know everyone's gonna shit on me for whatever, but Justin Fields.
Oh, you're cursing now. Whoa,
sorry,
look at
Justin, Prison Break hot take over here.
Shut up.
Don't drop the soap.
Because if I drop this on, because you know what?
Drop the soap or what?
Justin Fields isn't accurate enough to do what Mac Jones did last year. He's not.
But he's not playing in that style of offense. My question is now, since we got off of Mac Jones,
he couldn't do it.
Hold on. Now let's go over to Justin Fields with Matt Eberflus coming in.
Well, who's this?
A defensive coach.
We have a phone call coming in. I got a funny feeling I know who this is. Stand by.
Okay.
It's going to be my dad.
Welcome to the Over Under. I'm your host, Harry the Greek. Thanks for calling in. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, my name's Steve.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
What's going on? You guys are talking about Mac Jones and talk about Trey Lance.
Okay.
I just want to say Trey Lance is no good.
I don't think Trey Lance is very good either.
I don't either. But here's the thing: my host here, who with that take of Trey Lance and Mac Jones, should be a co-host, thought that Trey Lance was better than Mac Jones.
No, I didn't say that. I said he would get picked higher.
It may be a system like you guys were saying.
Oh my God, I know who this is.
I'm tired. I'm done. Why does this sound? Why does this?
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Why does this sound like Forrest Gump and a cross between? What is a box of chocolates? Is that what you're doing today,
Ray,
Forrest?
You got a box of chocolates?
You just never know what you're going to get.
I'm telling you right now.
You just never know what you're going to get.
Enough of you. I know who this is.
It is. It's
you guys don't know anything.
Hey, do you know what love is?
I may not be a smart man, but I know what Trey Lance is.
Oh, that's great. I like that. That is a save right there. That's definitely a save. I like that. I know what Trey Lance is. What is Trey Lance? A bust, right?
A hot pile of garbage.
He'll break your heart there, Forrest. He'll break your heart.
Is this Forrest, Mike?
I want to know. Here's the thing. Here's the problem with Forrest Gump. Guys, here's the problem with Forrest.
Justin Fields. You guys are sitting here talking Justin Fields. Listen, right now, like you guys were saying, what it boils down to is that, Terry, you are spot on. We've seen how many quarterbacks up in that New England system perspire and be very, very good in that system. Guys like Jacoby Brissett. Guys like who's the guy that
Matt Castle
didn't really. Thank you Kansas City, Matt Castle, and thank you Detroit. Candelario ties the game. Suck it, White Sox.
No!
He's 2 seconds ahead of us.
You just need to hang up on him now because he's killing your White Sox vibe.
I know. I've only got a nickel.
But the New England, it is a system. It is a system. But those guys, I mean, they have to be in a system like that. We've seen how many guys go up into that system and not generate any type of numbers. We've seen guys go up there and be like, hey, either you adhere to the system or you're up flat on your ass. We've seen it with Antonio Brown. Hey, goodbye. We've seen it with guys like who was the one wide receiver that went up there that didn't do anything. But then you get Randy Moss up there, and he's like, he buys in.
Yeah, well, Chad Johnson. I mean, that's the guy you're talking about. You're exactly right. And with Matt Castle, Matt Castle had Randy Moss. And the point is, for me, New England, did they have a lot of great wide receivers up there? No, they had a great system. But in my opinion, if Jones goes to San Francisco with the weapons that the 49ers have, namely a Deebo Samuel, I think he could put up the same numbers and actually get the 49ers over the top.
If you want to see Deebo take the next step and be the best wide receiver in the NFL, he goes to New England.
Well,
wow. You know what? He would fit very well. What do you think, Ray?
He would have to buy
That's
into
interesting.
That,
very interesting.
If I'm San Francisco, Mike, if I'm San Francisco, I don't trade him for any less than 2 first-round picks because of what he means.
It's Bill Belichick. It's Bill Belichick. We'll get him for a 5th rounder and a 3rd rounder next year.
Oh, look, you're dealing with John Lynch, okay? John Lynch is a pretty damn good GM, not only one of the greatest safeties of all time, and yes, I'm saying that because the cat just got into the way, but because I saw him knock out his brother-in-law, you remember this against the Bears with John Allred. I mean, that guy has a killer instinct, and he's done a hell of a job with the 49ers in building them. There is no way you allow Deebo Samuel to get out of that building without at least 2 first-round picks.
How are we still talking about?
What'd you say, Jacob? Hold on, Mike. Hold on. What were you saying, Jacob?
How are we still talking about Bill Belichick as this all-time? He's an all-time great coach.
To Bill.
He is not the same coach today as he was 5, 10.
Really?
He's not. He's the worst draft. He has the worst draft picks that I've ever. You give Deebo Samuel to New England and whatever. All right. Let's say that New England next year is probably going to draft Harry and his cat. Like they can't pick, man. They can't pick, and that's the reason why they're not going to win more than 7 games.
Did the Jets make the playoffs last year?
No, the Jets didn't make the playoffs last year.
Exactly, but who did?
Who did? New England with their loaded defense.
All right, with
an easy offense. The Jets didn't with their rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, rookie offensive coordinator, rookie defensive coordinator, rookie wide receiver, and rookie corners.
The New England Patriots had an Alabama quarterback.
An Alabama, that's a dumb narrative. I can't do that. I can't do the Alabama quarterback narrative anymore.
Everybody's sitting here shitting all over Mac Jones. Listen, it may be a system thing, but you got to be able to fit in that system.
Correct.
The only quarterbacks that I'll sit here and destroy Mike are the Ohio State quarterback.
Don't shit on Bill Belichick because he dressed the prototypical tight quarterback that fits perfectly for his system.
Exactly. I mean, look, I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but at the end of the day, all these people, and again, going back to Cowherd, respect him a lot, but saying, well, you can't win with the prototypical, pocket passing quarterback. That's not true. You can win. You can win with that.
Put this
Joe Burrow.
Hold on, guys.
Super Bowl last year.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to have someone put this narrative to bed. Ray, take it home.
Matt Stafford, too, by the way.
No, when you guys are talking about something I've never put together before is that when you're talking about the type of typical quarterback for a Bill Belichick, I thought Phil Simms in the Giants back when Belichick was a defensive coordinator. He didn't run it. Bernie Kosar, but didn't run it, didn't do anything fancy, just made the passes, read the plays, did what he had to do, and he stayed within his protection.
Look, a DLG quarterback. Yeah, Drew Bledsoe.
On and on and on since 1996.
How about Joe Montana? Can we get some Joe Montana love here? How about
of course.
Joe Montana to me for all those years, and they made an offense around him called the West Coast offense because supposedly he couldn't throw the ball deep. Oh, guess what? I'm going to throw the slant to Jerry Rice 20 times a game, and even though you know it's coming, you can't stop it.
Yeah, and Joe Montana is rated is granted and given top 1, top 2, top 5 greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Dan Marino was a prototypical pocket passing quarterback.
Yeah.
So I mean, this whole thing of, you can win with mobile quarterbacks. We've seen it before with Russell Wilson. Doug Williams to a certain degree was a mobile quarterback, although Michael Vick has never really won anything with a Super Bowl. I mean, so this whole thing of, you can win with a mobile passer, maybe in this day and age, but let's not, kid ourselves here. At the end of the day, it's about throwing from the pocket consistently. If you can do that, then you can win games. You can definitely win a Super Bowl. If it wasn't true, then Tim Tebow will be the greatest quarterback of all time. Sorry, Florida fans, but he can't throw the ball consistently from the pocket. That's why he's no longer in the National Football League.
It's not about.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's not about whether or not the guy scrambles. It's not about whether he moves. It's about whether or not he has the ability to. Right, Josh Allen can move like nobody else in the league.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
He moves differently and more efficiently than anybody else in the NFL.
Right.
He can also stay in the pocket and complete any pass you give to him.
Correct.
That's why he's so good.
Jake, I love your point, but there is also a difference. You look at Josh Allen's frame. Look at Josh Allen's size.
Yeah,
Josh
6'4",
235. He's massive. He is massive.
All right. Now this is
Joe Flacco.
Look at Big Ben's first 8 years in the league.
He was a mobile.
He was a mobile quarterback. He ran for yards. He wasn't maybe not doing it at Josh Allen's clip, but he was still running the football to extend the play. Correct?
Yeah, and teams didn't want him to pull it down.
Josh Allen just has a little more balls and is probably a little more tougher than Ben Roethlisberger was.
Yeah, he's hurdling people.
Because Big Ben was as tough as nails.
Can I close this down for a second, guys? Why all of you?
That might have been a bit of his problem off the field too.
The Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers gave up a 5th round conditional to 4th, and they gave up $17 and a pound and a half of famous Jameis crab legs to bring Baker Mayfield down to Carolina.
Love it.
Were those the good ones from Publix?
Yeah, they're good because you lift them.
And right, don't forget that they had to give up a 2nd round pick for Sam Darnold.
Well, here's the thing, Jacob. I love where you're going because I'm telling you right now, Sam Darnold last year, he beat the Saints in week 2, 302 yards passing, 23 of 34. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, didn't throw. They were 3-0 before the Steelers beat them in week 4. Their defense went to shit. He gets the groin injury and finishes the season.
Great point.
Right.
His 2nd year in Matt Rule's system, and if a healthy McCaffrey's in the backfield, all I'm saying, guys, am I wrong in thinking that first of all, you want a camp battle, and I think that Sam Darnold may have because they didn't give up a 1st round pick, or they're not paying him $20 million.
Well, no.
This job's not Mayfield's closed. Go ahead.
You know what? Hold on, Mike. Before you even say this, I'm going to tell you right now. Everybody has anointed Baker Mayfield the starting position at QB1 in Carolina. Ray has a very solid point. The only reason why, in my opinion, why Sam Darnold would start week 1 was because he's already had 1 year in the system. With Matt Rule, Ray, you bring up a very valid point. He was 3-0 before the team got hurt. McCaffrey went down, and the whole team went down into the crapper. But there is something about the lure about Baker Mayfield playing for this team.
To that point, the reason why you're not going to see Sam Darnold start the week 1 is because that's the reason why you make a trade for Baker Mayfield in the first place. You're trying to upgrade. And look, Baker played through the injury last year. We know that he makes some questionable decisions on and off the field, more on the field at this point. So we'll see if he can curtail that. And if he can,
now
I think it improves. Thank you.
Baker Mayfield, over his 4 years in Cleveland, was the 59th rated quarterback over those 4 years. Last season, he was 17. He had a quarterback rating of 17.1 when the Cleveland Browns were down by 1 score or less in the 4th quarter. The kid's a chubby runner, and he does have a solid arm, and he's a gamer. But at the end of the day, if Matt Rule's looking for a stand-in-the-pocket quarterback, and then also he can also run. But if Matt Rule's job is on the line, he can't just roll with Baker because they're playing the Browns in week 1 and they want to show face. He's got to roll with the quarterback that gives him the best opportunity to win.
Jacob, go ahead.
Here's what I'll say. That's a great point, Ray. But here's what I'll say. And here was kind of my point about Josh Allen. And Mike, to your point too about Ben Roethlisberger, right? Those guys are efficient runners. Sam Darnold runs because he's scared. Because he doesn't want to get hit. That's what you see, right? That's what you see when you watch him. He makes bad decisions. He's been in the league however many years now. There's a reason. There is a reason why the Jets got rid of him. There's a reason why he didn't work in New York, and it wasn't all his fault, but it was partially his fault, right? The things that the coach can't control. Sam Darnold was making those mistakes. Been in the league 4 years. His decision making hasn't even gotten a little bit better, right?
I think he's still better than Sam Darnold. I think he's still better than Sam Darnold, and I think the Carolina Panthers have seen enough. You have enough of a body of work there.
Let's just say we can all agree on one thing. I didn't mean to cut you off. That was really rude of myself.
That's okay.
I do that quite often.
We're friends.
We're going to find out come week 1. We're going to find out on week 5. Yeah. But I'm just going to say one thing. And even though Jacob wants to see Sam Darnold have maggots crawl up his crack of his ass, but he has to admit when someone makes a really good take. Sam Darnold was 3-0. The team went to hell because the team started getting injured, and so did he.
The defense lost that mystique because that first couple of games.
Well, best availability? Or
Mike, your opinion.
The best skill you could have in the NFL is availability for sure.
Best availability.
Your opinion, Mike.
The best ability is availability.
Yes,
Donovan Smith.
Right.
That's the phrase.
So this is what I'm saying. I actually love the pickup. I actually absolutely love the pickup for the Carolina Panthers.
They gave up nothing. I mean,
they really give up nothing to grab a former first-round pick, who, like Jacob stated earlier in tonight's show with you guys, who won the only playoff game for the Cleveland Browns over the last 25 years. You're giving up on a guy.
You give up.
Wait a minute.
Gave up on him.
You mean Cleveland's won a game in the playoffs quicker than the Dallas Cowboys have?
Yeah.
Right, and they paid less. Guys, they paid less for that quarterback than the Cowboys paid for Dak Prescott. And here's the storyline, gentlemen.
Dak who?
Yeah, right. Dak Prescott, exactly. Another guy can't necessarily stay healthy. Carolina versus the Cleveland Browns.
Week one.
And Baker Mayfield.
Hold on, Jacob got it.
Cleveland's gonna pay them. Cleveland's paying Baker Mayfield $550,000 week one for him to beat their team. That's incredible, isn't it?
Yep.
Come on.
Is the game in Arizona? I'm sorry, in Carolina or in Cleveland?
I'm going to give it to you right now. I'm looking right here. Here's the lines. Does Harry the Greek always have lines?
You always got lines.
All right, the Tampa Bay.
Good thing you don't do any lines.
He's got good lines. Look at those lines.
That Buffalo Bills.
See, that's what you get. You opened up the door for the gutter.
There is no line on this game.
There's no line at all. And we got some great comments.
Harry's got more lines than Pacino and Scarface.
Whoa!
Jamie Fat Mike's picking on me.
Speaking of Italian movies, James Caan. Little shout out.
What did you say, Jamie?
Sonny.
Oh, God. Well, let's get to some of the comments.
Go back to Scarface. You know what I never understood about this Scarface movie? I love it. It's classic.
No, we're talking about Scarface.
Yes, we're going to talk about Scarface really quick.
Watch what you say.
I will watch what I say, okay? Here's the thing. I don't understand. Why does shut up. Why does Al Pacino kill his best buddy for being with his sister? If that's his best buddy, why does he kill him?
Because he was so high on coke.
You can't kill your sister.
Come on. I mean, that's a terrible storyline.
Really quick.
Ring, ding, diggity, dang,
ding, ding, diggity, dang, dang, diggity, diggity, dang, dang, diggity, dang, dang.
White line.
Let's put this to bed. Scarface sucks.
Huh?
Scarface stinks.
Well, Forrest Gump there, buddy. I didn't understand about that movie is he had to go throughout the whole movie.
Don't talk about my friend.
He finally
like
gets
that.
Jenny, and Jenny gets sick and dies. I mean, you spent all that time.
I may not be a smart man.
You were chasing after Jenny, Forrest, for all those years, and then finally you get her, you marry her, and she's sick and dies.
I may not be a smart man, but
I mean, what kind of movie is that?
I got that ass.
Will you shut up and be quiet?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Let's get out and get some of the comments again.
Now, Jacob's dad's going to call.
Before I bounce out, I do want to say this about the Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield dilemma that's going on in Carolina, right?
Yes.
With Baker Mayfield going to Carolina, the main reason why I like it is that finally he doesn't have a diva system around him. He doesn't have Odell there. He's starting fresh. It's a new city, new time, new place, new regime. He's got a solid running back that he had back there out in Cleveland with Kareem Hunt or Nick Chubb. He's got Christian McCaffrey, which is nice if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy. He has a healthy DJ Moore, a big time target in Robbie Anderson, former Jet. Jake knows about. He puts the field vertical. All right, and that's something that he could rely on.
Offensive line. He's got a good offense, and he's got a defense.
He's got a decent offensive line over there.
Yeah.
It's something that you could see Baker Mayfield actually.
Sam Darnold did too.
Sam Darnold stinks.
But don't forget, Sam
Darnold has never had a good offensive line in this league.
He stinks. I don't care. Give him the Great Wall of China if you want to. He ain't gonna do nothing.
Sam Darnold had 3 head coaches in 4 seasons.
I'm so sick and tired of hearing about the love affair with Sam
Darnold. Can you imagine where the Jets would be, the laughing stock that they would be in the media right now if they had drafted Penei Sewell at number 2 instead of Zach Wilson? Could you imagine that? Oh my God. And I like Penei Sewell, and I think Penei Sewell is a great offensive lineman. I think the Lions, that was a great pick by them. I think that was not the pick the Jets needed. You look at the Jets' offensive line now, they have a chance to be top 10 this year.
You can look back at the draft, and I was on the radio station from a galaxy far, far away. I loved Josh Allen coming out of the draft. I hated Sam Darnold. I hated Baker Mayfield. Go with Josh Allen.
He was 6, right?
He traded with the Bucs. Remember, the Bills traded up from 12 to 7.
Let's let Fat Mike go because we have to get onto some comments. Fat Mike, go ahead and promote yourself.
Mike, good to see you, brother.
Love you, Fat Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I don't know what
I know he's listening. Go White Sox.
I don't know what I'm more impressed with. The fact that he got through an entire set without one F-bomb or that he was calling on a burner phone.
Well, that's awesome. And he did the Forrest Gump, and then he also did the Slinging Blade voice, too.
Sling Blade,
yeah. Sling Blade. 10 o'clock, we got to be off. You know why?
I know. Fat Mike says free Watson. I'm sorry. Reports say at least for a year. And Roger Shoe says free Watson. Christopher Cole. Christopher, thank you so much for tuning into the over-under. There's no way that Baker plays for the Browns if he was still on the team.
No, not even close.
I know. Roger Shoe said he should get 6 games tops.
Oh, God. Roger, that's a terrible take, Roger.
It's
terrible.
It's 8 games
minimum.
Add a 2 on top of the 6. You'll be
It's over a year, guys. Don't fool yourself.
Not going to happen.
I'm going to be honest, guys. I'll be honest. I don't think that this is. I know he's going to get a lesser suspension than he should because he's good at football, but This should go past the NFL. This is a legal case, right? This is a sexual misconduct allegations. He should never see a football field again.
I agree.
I agree too. And here's the thing: full screaming. Look, at the NFL, it's all about women's rights and sexual crimes off the field, and they're trying to take a stand and protect the shield. They need to make an example out of Deshaun Watson.
We have a call coming.
Period.
Peter, they're all about this. We know they're all about this.
I have no idea this is standby. Okay.
All right, we got calls.
We know they're all about this.
We have a call. Thanks for calling the over/under. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello.
Well, it's somebody mouth breathing on the mic there. Hello.
I know who that is.
Hello.
Hi there.
How you doing?
That's Horny Holly.
Will you shut up?
Did someone pocket dial me?
I think he did. Just hang up.
Pocket dial.
He just said, "Lick my envelope."
Oh, jeez. Well, we really got the armpit right now.
I had to hang up, and I kind of recognized that number, I thought. But anyway, what was I saying?
I don't know.
I feel like Fat Mike after a
while. I have no idea.
You were saying something to Jake. You were saying something to Jake about Jake knowing something about.
Well, just going back to it, Deshaun Watson, he needs to be made an example out of. Furthermore, I don't care if Goodell works for the owners or not. Daniel Snyder does not belong in the National Football League.
You do know that the judge, Sue Frederickson,
Smith,
the federal Sue Smith, whatever, she was negotiating, and the word was, and it's a very loose word, but the word was that the NFL kind of in a roundabout way threw out a 12 game, that they'd be willing to come to 12 games down from a full season. And Deshaun Watson's camp walked away from it. You know the reason why they walked away from it? Because the NFLPA has already said, you take us too far, and we're going to start talking about Darryl. We're going to start talking about Robert Kraft, and we're going to start talking about Daniel Snyder. So the NFL's looking at it, and they're thinking, we don't want to push him any further. And Watson's camp walked away from 12 because they think they can get it down. I think it's 9 games. And he comes back for a last 8 games of the season.
I'll bet you a side of wings that it is more than 9 games. In fact, it is a year or more.
I'll take that.
Because of the PR nightmare that the National Football League will feel if they don't take and make an example out of this guy. I'm telling you right now, this is serious. People want to laugh about it, say it's allegations. There are more women coming. The New York Post posted this out there. They put this story out there. There's at least 60 different women that are not even massage therapists that are in this guy's skeletons in his closet.
The man's a creep. He's a criminal.
He's a creep. I mean, that's exactly right. He is.
Out of all those women, now the ones that are going to be coming out,
it's not the New York Post, New York Times.
Ray Lewis killed the guy.
Now that they're coming a year and a half later. Okay.
Wow.
That's a delayed reaction.
That is a really delayed reaction.
My question is this.
It's one notch above Tinder.
I know. Well, it's better than
swipe right.
What's that thing?
I don't know what you just said. We got listen. We got a big event coming here in 8 minutes.
I understand that, but listen.
Yes. Coming in 8 minutes.
How many of these women do you possibly think?
Oh, big event.
That could possibly be
what's happening?
Making the story up.
What's happening?
Ray, why are you whispering to me?
Jacob's whispering to me.
Okay, what's happening? I'm making my official.
I love that face, Jake.
Official appearance.
Of course.
On the CW, you dared to defy
WTOG 44, the CW.
CW 44 News at 10.
That's the best reason to get off, honestly.
It is. Well, I can think of some other reasons.
And he's probably going to as well.
Why, Jacob? Why? You guys.
I'm coming here. I swear.
Shut up and be quiet.
We made him put diapers on.
You weren't allowed to make those jokes before, and now I'm 18, and they're flying in left and right here.
It's got boxers tonight because there's gonna be he's gonna get off.
You know what I say? I say depends.
Just read the rest of the comments and let's get out of here.
Actually, I'm gonna let Jake go.
Jake, great stuff.
Jake, I got to tell you, Jake, real quick before you go, I went to my doctor today. I've been having trouble sleeping. I went to the doctor. He says, "What's your problem?" I said, "I don't know." I said, I'm a teepee and I'm a wigwam. I'm a teepee and I'm a wigwam. And he goes, "What?" I go, "I'm a teepee and I'm a wigwam." The doctor says, "I know what your problem is, Mr. Kennedy." I said, "What is it, doctor?" He said, "You're too tense."
Go away. Get out.
You can tell your dad that.
Get out now. Go. Get out.
I'm out.
What? You're hosting the show here. You're letting them tell them that kind of joke. What's wrong with you?
I like the TP in the wig.
That's a mess.
Ray, sit down.
Train wreck. No, Ray. I was joking. Okay. All right. That was a good joke. All right, read the comments.
Jacob, stay on while we're reading the comments. He should get 6 games tops. Roger Shoe says, Pete, you suck. Don't trash the Bears.
Sorry,
Christopher
man.
Cole says Baker needs a lot of help to be a playoff team, and Carolina doesn't have much.
And their coach
52
sucks.
Sports says Vin Diesel. Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's not start that. Let's not start.
Roger Shoe says Mayor's Jets going to suck so bad. No, they're not. Majors. I mean, Fat Mike says Jets will always stink. I don't believe that.
I can't wait for that. I wish we could go back and look at the Bengals comments from last year.
Hokey.
Okay, quarterback.
Hold that quarterback. Roger Shoes, attack of the killer Pasco snails. We are quarantined this damn thing. That's an inside joke.
It is.
Fat Mike, Zach Wilson be a bust. 12-52.
He played a year.
Both teams are 5-12.
Not even a full year.
All right, hang on. Here it comes. Sun's up.
Guns out. There you go. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy right there. Good stuff.
Give me my mic real quick.
Oh, sure.
Give me yours, Mike. All right.
Quick question.
Yes.
Jacob, I want to ask you.
Yep.
Gronkowski's not going to play in 2022. But does he ever sign the retirement sheet, or does he come into practice sometime during the season just to say that he's still active but never sees the field, so that when Tom actually does retire in 2023, the two of them can both go into Canton together? Do we see? I mean, don't these two go into? It's not have to be, but really, you're gonna have Gronkowski go in 5 years, and then the next year Tom's gonna go back and have another party. These two got to go into Canton together.
I agree, and I say never say never. Never say never when it comes to retirements, because we've seen that in the offseason with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First, Brady retiring, coming back. BA retiring, most likely not coming back.
He's back in the BA mobile.
Well, he is. He's definitely a consultant at this point. And then you also have Rob Gronkowski, who there is a lot of debate, a lot of conversation, if you will, on sports talk shows like this, if he is going to come back. So
sure, it's great and all. And I know it would be cool to see Gronk and Tom Brady right in Canton at the same time, both getting inducted the same year. And both are first ballot Hall of Famers, obviously. But
without a doubt.
But is Tom Brady's legacy not greater than Gronk's? Like, this is like it wouldn't be. It's not like they go hand in hand, right? Because Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, without a doubt. Gronk is in that conversation, but he's not. It's not indisputable.
Gronk's his favorite target of all time. That's his bro.
Yeah.
That's his bro, man.
And you could say he's his number one receiver besides a Randy Moss, honestly.
Yeah,
Edelman was pretty good.
I mean, you're like my favorite wide receivers.
Okay, well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Well, you're my favorite tight end.
You're the quarterback.
Come on.
Listen to Jacob. Come on.
Oh, my God.
When did Jake become the adult in the room? Hey, I love this kid. Look how tall he's getting.
All right, we're going back to this. Roger Shoe says, I'm going with the vegan. G-Men will win more than the Jets. Fat Mike says, we got action on the Bills. Yep, you heard it here first.
Right.
Bet the under.
I hear you, Jacob.
If I wasn't at a point in my life in an age where everything I say was going to come back to haunt me, these jokes would be flying out of my mouth left and right now.
Brother, I see them flying out of your face. I mean, I see where you're going with these. I've seen them. You've grown up in front of my eyes.
Yes, he has.
They're here.
Look at him.
He's been under the tutelage of Harry the Greek.
3 years ago, we were sending Tonka toys to this kid for Christmas, and over here, he's doing a gambling betting line.
He's grown up right before our eyes. That's amazing.
Honestly. Oh, here we go.
Another call.
Okay, I mean, we got to hurry.
Welcome to the over under. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, turn down your radio.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello?
Mission control.
Okay.
Hungry Howie's Pizza. Would you like a garlic crust with that?
We got to get butter cheese crust with bacon and pepperoni.
Hi, are you looking for Chinese food?
Hello? Hang up.
I don't know.
And goodbye. I don't know who that is.
All right, let's wrap this thing up.
Fat Mike, Bills win the division.
Put Jake on the full screen again. I got to see that kid. Look at this kid.
He looks good, doesn't
My
he?
God, he's 23 now.
The hair's getting long.
He's got the hair too.
You're a senior this year, Jake.
He's still got the hair going. He's graduating. He's going to Syracuse.
You're going to Syracuse?
Yes, I want to be like him when I grow up.
I'm now a fan of Syracuse, the Orangemen. I love it,
love
baby.
The Orangemen.
Hey,
maybe they'll leave the ACC.
By the way, I'm recording.
Maybe they will.
Oh, I still want to see it live.
Congratulations, Jake.
2 minutes behind.
I'm looking at you on the screen.
All right.
Congratulations.
Well, I want them to watch it too.
They're gonna watch it. Jacob,
Yeah.
Go ahead and promote yourself and get out of here.
Cool. Yeah, check out the Hard Count Football podcast live every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, on the Hard Count Football YouTube channel and on 1252 Sports. It's awesome. I have Harry on almost every week. This week, I had to pre-record it because I will be very busy Sunday mornings. The summer is very busy. But follow me on Twitter at Jacob Charno, Instagram at Hard Count Football. And I will be reactivating the TikTok account because that'll be something that I would like to do. So,
Jacob, thank you so much for coming on. We'll see you Sunday morning.
Appreciate you guys. Peace.
All right, bye. Hello there.
What an idiot.
French fry taters.
This show went down.
Yeah.
This show's
Fat
great.
Mike says, Bay Ray. Fat Mike says, Raiders will Raider. Fat Mike, they shouldn't have. Fat Mike says, are we forgetting about the BS Game 3 with the Chargers? Tony Williams. Hey, Tony, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Don't underestimate my Bears. We're not underestimating anybody. Chicago till I die, baby.
With
Don't understand.
With a dome over Soldiers Field.
Don't
got zero chance of getting a dome over that field.
It looks so cute.
God, do we have a ton of them. Do me a favor, before this poor guy has a heart attack, we're going to go to a commercial break just for a quick second. I got to get Peter set up in his little chair out there so he can turn on his TV show. Stand by. We are back, and we're back and live. We're going to go ahead and finish out the comments.
It's old school. Cool? Old school under over here.
Yeah, it is. It is over.
Get your hand on my leg. I like that.
Yeah, you like that, Ray, don't you?
I do like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Another 712 call. Who in the world is calling me from this phone number?
Pete doing a sexy dance. Hey guys.
Oh, Jesus.
You call them now.
I don't want to call them.
No, we're calling them.
Should we call them and give them a little bit of this?
They'll answer and they'll talk to us.
Hang on. We're making a nice phone call. We're doing feeding the ducks.
Feeding the ducks. Do you have problems with
Harry?
Yes, it is Harry. Is this Vinny?
How you doing?
Vinny, you're calling the show live.
Vinny Boombots?
No, this is Vinny from England.
Vinny! Oh,
this
Vinny.
is Vinny.
You didn't know this was Vinny?
This is the main man, a very good friend, and he's calling the over-under.
Brother.
You're live with Harry the Greek and Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. How are you, Vinny?
What's going on? Yeah, I'm good. Just rolling dough, Harry.
You're just rolling dough? He means he's rolling in dough.
Yeah? How much you win?
Not yet.
I'm kidding.
You see, Vinny, you called accidentally. I'm sure you pocket dialed me like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, is that what happened?
That's okay, Vinny. We're going to hook up with you maybe a little bit later on. But anyway, since you're on there, everybody, you want a great pizza, make sure you go down to Brooklyn Pizza down here in Seminole.
Forget about it.
It's unbelievable,
yeah,
lady.
You
You take care of yourself, Vinny.
Thank you, Harry.
Hey, be blessed, man. Hey, and don't forget, Chelsea rules.
Can I get one tonight? What time are they open to?
Chelsea do not rule Arsenal.
Hey, Harry, what time are they open to?
That's wrong.
No, they're closed.
Don't listen to that, guys.
Hey, if Vinny's rolling dough, that means they're closed.
Vinny's he's rolling. What's her name, Vinny?
No, can't say that. Vinny's got 2 beautiful babies and a beautiful future wife. Don't you, Vinny?
Yes,
there
I
you go.
do.
Vinny, have a great day. Thanks for calling in.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, guys.
Let's go back to the comments. Well, this show got weird.
I have a few comments, Mick.
Sure, go ahead.
No, that was it.
What was your comment?
It was the Gronk and the Brady thing that I thought that
agree.
if Gronk doesn't sign papers, he could just not sign papers and just sign papers for next year. I think the two of them, they take the party, to the. I think if you put even more glitz and glamour at the people going to Canton, because it's every year. It's nice. Oh, it's Warren Sapp, it's the Bucks, it's Derek Brooks. You got the 2 guys going in, the hombres. It's just and they're 1 year apart. And the fact of the matter is, we might get to week 13 and maybe Gronk straps him up for a 4-run set to see where we can get us to the back end. We don't know.
I have to be honest with you, Ray. That is a very good take on that, because That actually makes some sense. I wonder if he actually does retire. Your opinion?
I thought so. I was saying it was 40, 60. Oh, it's getting better and better.
It is.
Can I answer this one?
Sure. Go ahead.
Good evening. You're on the over-under with Ray, Harry the Greek and Ray Kennedy. Is this Mr. Roger Shue?
Yes, it is. Hey, guys, what's going on?
Good to hear your voice, brother.
Why are you guys still on? Go watch Peter.
Oh, I know that. Peter's in the other room. He's staring at himself right now on the TV screen.
You know, he's got a special Pasco County segment.
Yes, he does. We're going to be talking about No Place Really.
You guys have had a great show, and I love it. And it's good talking to you guys. And
Roger,
congrats, Peter.
I'm gonna give him the
Roger
congrats.
says congrats, Peter.
Hey, listen, Roger, it's always great having you on the show.
I can't believe they put that Malacca on freaking public TV.
That Malacca.
I know. I agree.
Yeah. Oh, babe, this is it.
No, that's not it. That's a baby throwing up.
That's Peter.
That's Peter.
Roger, have a good one, buddy. You take care.
All right,
Thanks
good
for
night,
calling
guys.
me
Take
over.
care, Roger.
Want to get back to the comments and cut her loose?
Yeah.
All righty. Tony Williams says, don't underestimate my Bears. Harry goes south side on the Malacca. Don't disrespect the Greek. I agree. Fat Mike says, Blake Bortles. I think that's funny. Roger Shue says, Pete, get Jacob and the CW.
And the CW.
Get him at the CW.
The next one, Rex Grossman. What does it say?
Do you think that Ninja Turtles will win 2 games?
Ninja Turtles.
You know what he's talking about? The New York Jets.
Oh.
I'm glad he's not on.
Next comment. Justin Fields is taking Bears to the playoffs this year.
I don't know about that.
I like the Lions.
That
I like the Packers to finish third in that division.
Yep.
Lions
How about
and
this
Bears.
one?
Who's the worst quarterback, Justin Fields or Zoe Wilson? Or Zoe Wilson.
You see, he's really trying to torment poor Jacob. I mean, he really has gotten up under his skin a couple of times.
Because I like Wilson.
Yeah, I do too. Rex Grossman says, what's up, Roger? See you at work. Roger says, I don't work at Dollar General. Rex Grossman says, Fields and Wilsons are both bums. Herbert and Mac Jones are the real top dogs. Ben Cornett says, is that Steve or Kevin Nash on the line? Roger Shoes, he's 4'6". Oh, God.
Oh, there was a lot of stuff going on there.
Rex Grossman, please don't block me just because I say the Jets sucks. Monkey nuts.
Monkey
Ben
nuts.
Cornett says Harry's chasing tail tonight. I think you see me playing with Zipper.
Yeah.
The cat.
And
Turbo. Oh, God. Ben Cornett says chin cuddles are the best. They absolutely are. Thanks a lot for watching, Ben. Walter Payton, GOAT. I'd have to agree with that.
100%.
As a running back, I'd have to say that.
Brought it every time through his body,
Go ahead and
like
read
unlike
some.
any of them. Jacob has a great voice. He's going to go for it. He's going to go far.
Absolutely.
Tell Jacob to unlock my Troy account just because I make it fun. I make fun of the New York Jets.
New Jersey Jets.
New Jersey Jets.
Misador says, hello, gentlemen and Harry. That's good.
Gentlemen and Harry.
I know, and Harry. Misador says, Caroline has the best backups in the league. Roger Shue says, it's unblock you for $100, laughing out loud. Adam, thank you so much for tuning in. He got back with his beautiful wife. He was hanging out up in down in the Dominican.
Nice.
He's gonna he had a really good time. Baker will get the start. You know, I'd have to agree with him, but I really wouldn't discount Sam Darnold. Again, 3-0 to start the season.
John, last season they had a really bad game, and the quarterback goes into the room and he wants to talk to Stefanski. It's a quarterback meeting. Stefanski doesn't come into the meeting. Why? Because he was in another meeting taking care of a disgruntled Myles Garrett. He called him out and said, you should have been in that meeting. And he got what he wished for, which is having him in the rest of the meeting, and he ended up brutally beat on the rest of the season. So it's just, you know, they've had both. I say it's 50-50.
I'd have to too as well. Misador says, not really a trade, Peter. I mean, come on. A fifth, and they are paying $10.5 million just not to have him on the Browns roster. You know, those are some valid points. But then again, was Cleveland stupid or were they smart? Wait a minute. they gave up all those draft picks to Houston for a guy that may never even play in the National Football League. So I'm going to probably say the latter. I don't think they're that smart. Adam Esteban Padermo says Baker brings value to his team, in my opinion. I'd have to agree. Ray?
I would agree as well. I'm not inviting Jacob to my bar mitzvah because he blocks my accounts.
I wish we could turn the camera around to see Peter.
It's
up next. We're going to read these and get out of here. Misador says Darnold's issues is sixth sense.
He sees dead people.
Yeah, that's true. Misador, Jacob on tonight looking for the Ramones' long-lost brother.
He also sees dead people.
Ben Cornett says Panthers are going from Darnold to Baker, is going from a hot dog to a bratwurst. Mild upgrade off the grill, but there's a better cut of meat on the quarterback grill like steak, burger, ribs, and chicken.
I'm getting hungry.
I'm getting hungry too. I still can't follow that.
No, I don't follow it. I might.
Ben, puff, puff, pass.
Puff, puff, pass.
Adam says if CMC comes back healthy, watch out. Baker utilizes the dump, man. He was spoiled in Cleveland with Hunt and Chubb. You know what? I have to agree with that, but I don't know. I think he's not going to have those prima donnas, as Mike actually pointed out, and Peter pointed that out as well. David Moser says there's only been 4 or 5 quarterbacks to be drafted number 1 overall and to win a Super Bowl with that team.
With the Panthers.
Roger Shue. Jenny had AIDS. Who?
Jenny what? Jenny had AIDS.
Jenny from Forrest Gump. David Mosier. That's why I always felt bad for the number 1 quarterback, because you know they're going to S team where they'll probably never have a chance. David, really good point. Chris, thanks for tuning in. Darnold has at least 2 ghost games. Y'all remember Baker is better. I keep forgetting about the ghost game. I'm starting to lean toward Baker now. Good point, Chris. Fat Forrest. That's Roger Shue referring to Fat Mike. I like that. Adam says, let's go Yankees. Yeah, no. Roger Shue, it's Troy calling in. Fat Mike says, TTT today, JR. David Moser, with the way the women movements are growing right now, they're just lost their rights for you. Don't you think they ain't going to be picking in every game, probably every practice in the NFL head office? Ray?
No.
That's a good answer. Roger Shue says time for WTOG. Tony Williams says, don't underestimate my Bears. Fat Mike says, this guy's calling in stinks. Hang up already. Tony Williams. And yes, Justin Fields is better than Mac Jones. I'd have to agree with that. Roger Shue, Pete's top news is on. Harold from Mr. Tom Banner. Thank you so much for tuning in, Tom. Roger Shue says, go watch Peter. I'm going to go watch Peter.
It's coming in right now.
Ray, go ahead and promote yourself. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here.
I'm about 6 foot tall. I weigh 185 pounds. I like long walks on the beach. I like to read. I like to be read to. And I also like a woman who can dance on her naked feet across. I got it. Nothing. Nice.
I really appreciate everybody tuning into the over-under tonight.
Did Pete go down?
From Peter Blake, Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, thank you so much for Ambition for tuning in tonight. Fat Mike, thank you for calling in along with Forrest Gumps. For all the people that left the comments, I'm sorry I couldn't get to them. I promise you, next week, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be a little bit more organized. But I'll tell you what, this is what makes this show so fun on the over-under. It's a little chance for us to let our hair down. We don't have to be so professional. We're giving you great picks. Just take a look at the bottom there. We're 98 and 52. 89 of those picks, of those wins, have been underdogs, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you've been listening to them. For those of you that have been watching, thank you. Thank you for helping us grow, because this is how we do it. And as I always say, and just before I hang up, yes, sir, Mr. Fat Mike.
Just wanted to say that the Tigers are winning 6-2.
Oh, that's nice. Goodbye, Mike. Yes, sir. And now that he had to go ahead and just make me feel better about the Tigers doing it. Remember,
I thought Mike was coming out of the counter.
Keep your bets low and your returns high. My name is Harry DeGreek. We're going to see you next Friday on the Over-Under with my co-host, Peter Blake, possibly even Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Have a good evening, everybody. Take care.